Good morning, class 6. How are you guys doing? And I hope you all are doing great and doing good. Exams also have gone good. You have done very well. And those who have appeared have done well, so nothing to worry. And great. So we are on that SSC part again, and we were doing the movements of the earth. And we had done till the motions of the earth, we had done it in the circle of illumination, and we were working on that. So everything is perfect. Now we are going to do length of day and night. We notice uh, that the length of days and nights is not the same throughout the year. This variation is due to the inclination of the earth's axis. Due to this inclination, the northern hemisphere remains inclined towards the sun for half of the year, and the southern hemisphere during the other half of the year, because of this inclination. Spinning, again it comes back, again it will go down this side, it will tilt on the other side. In figure 3.6 you will see the north pole is inclined towards the sun and the south pole is turned away from the sun. 3.6 you see, the north pole is towards the sun and the south pole has gone towards the darker side. Okay, and the length of the night and days and nights are due to the earth's revolution. Okay, and on the other side you will see again the pole comes closer, the south pole of the other half, and the north pole goes back. So both the poles get affected during half of the year. So thus a larger part of the northern hemisphere receives sunlight. This results longer days and shorter nights. In the northern hemisphere, it is reverse in the southern hemisphere during this time. They have longer nights and shorter days. In figure 3.6b, you will see the south pole is inclined towards the sun and the north pole is turned away from the sun. It's like this. Thus, a larger part of the southern hemisphere receives sunlight. This results in longer days and shorter nights in the southern hemisphere, and opposite in the northern hemisphere. Then the days become shorter, nights become longer. Throughout the year, the length of the days and nights is equal at the equator. It is of 12 hours each. 12 hours day, 12 hours night. It does not change. Now, what would happen if the axis of the earth was straight, vertical? All the places on the earth would have had 12 hours day and 12 hours night. Okay. Now, revolution of the earth. The axis of the earth, which is an imaginary line, right, makes an angle of 66.5, with its orbital plane, 66.5. The plane formed by this orbit is known as the orbital plane. The earth receives light from the sun. Okay. Now we have a ball, cut it half and then again cut it half. So this part is the orbit plane. Now we go 66. This is the axis. So the ball is going to spin this way, right? It is straight, but it is tilted like this. This is straight. This part is tilted. It's spinning on this way. Ball has a straight vertical line and a horizontal line, but it is tilted. On the axis is on the 66.5. As the earth receives light from the sun, due to the spherical shape of the earth, the round shape of the earth, only half of it gets light from the sun at a time. The half away from the sun experiences night. Basic. The circle that divides the day and night on the globe. that half circle which divides the day and night on the globe is called the circle of illumination, which we did earlier. Okay, and this circle takes about 24 hours a day to complete it. Within that, it is the day and night, and it's the daily motion of the earth. What would happen if the earth stopped or stopped rotating? The portion facing the sun will always facing sun, continues bringing warmth to that region. Other half would remain in darkness and freezing cold all the time. Life would have not been possible in such extreme conditions. Okay, you understood my point. Now it takes 365 and a 1/4 days to create 1 year. We consider it as 365 days, that 6 hours, we ignore the 6 hours, 1/4. 24 hours, so 6 hours each, that is 1/4 that we ignore. We add it up after 4 years, which is called a leap year. The earth takes and I had told you earlier that the earth moves in an anti-clockwise from west to east. So the people staying on the east, west to east it's going, so they'll think that sun is rising up from the east. Opposite direction it happens, you know. The speed of the earth is about 30 kilometers per second. 30 kilometers per second. The earth takes 365 days. Excuse me. The earth takes 365 days, 5 hours and 48 minutes and 56 seconds. That is about 365 1/4 days. That is 6 hours. 365 days plus 6 hours. So we ignore that 6 hours. We keep it for the next 4 years to make it one more day, which is on 29th of February. A leap year. To complete one revolution around the sun. The time taken by the earth to go around the sun once is called a full year. Thus, a revolution is also known as the annual rotation or motion of the earth. Okay. Now, what do we see when we find any changes on the 29th of February? Never. It's just a normal day. But for our convenience, we count only 365 days a year. The balance of about 6 hours is computed to one extra day after every 4 years. It comes into the calendar. This additional day is added to the month of February in that year. Thus, February has 29 days and that year has 366 days. Such a year is called a leap year. And the extra day in the month of February is called a leap day. So the people born on the 29th of February, do you think they won't grow old every year? They have to grow old. Actually, it's not like that. The same day they have their birthdays on the 28th or the 27th or on the 1st of March. But that day is there. So one day is always there. So they are always shortage. That's just for the saying, but every day it crosses by. So a year crosses by. The path along which the earth revolves around the sun is called the orbit, which is fixed. Orbit is fixed. It does not move out anywhere. The length of the orbit is about 965 million kilometers. The shape of the orbit is oval, not round. It's oval. You see the shape of the orbit in 3.7. Since the orbit is elliptical and the sun occupies one focus of the ellipse, The distance between the earth and the sun varies throughout the year. It's never the same distance, it's always varying. Sun is at one point, summer position is 151 million kilometers away, and 146 is during the winter season. It's called the perihelion and the aphelion. We know what is an orbit. I'll come back in the next video.